What in the world is happening inside the Golden State Warriors front office? Are they truly lost in the NBA's offseason labyrinth, wandering aimlessly between loyalty to their aging core and a baffling reluctance to fully embrace the future? Because if the perplexing saga of Jonathan Kuminga tells us anything, it's that the once unshakable dynasty now finds itself in an incredibly strange, almost self-defeating position. How much longer can this team cling to the past while simultaneously fumbling the development and trade value of its most promising young assets? The air around Chase Center isn't just buzzing with trade rumors, it's thick with a sense of strategic confusion, and Jonathan Kuminga is right at the heart of it. For months, the Jonathan Kuminga situation for the Golden State Warriors has been simmering, a low-grade fever that threatens to spike at any moment. The young forward, bursting with raw talent and undeniable athleticism, has proven himself to be a more than decent player in the NBA. He's shown flashes of brilliance, moments where his potential shines so brightly you can almost see the future of the franchise in his hands. But here's the rub. Kuminga wants an expanded role, more responsibility, a chance to truly spread his wings. And unfortunately, the Warriors, caught between their championship aspirations and the realities of a veteran-heavy roster, simply haven't been able to offer him that. Last year, it became painfully clear that head coach Steve Kerr, for all his genius, didn't trust Kuminga much, as evidenced by his frustratingly limited and inconsistent role, especially in crucial moments. It's a classic NBA dilemma. A young player craving opportunity, a team hesitant to provide it, and the looming shadow of a potential trade. Now, the whispers have grown louder, morphing into concrete proposals. The Warriors are expected to actively pursue sign-and-trade deals with the youngster, a clear indication that if they can't give him what he wants, they're prepared to let him find it elsewhere. And just recently, Sports Illustrated threw a fascinating, multi-layered proposal into the mix, a three-team blockbuster that could reshape not just the Warriors, but the Miami Heat and Atlanta Hawks as well. This isn't just a simple player-for-player swap. It's a complex chess match involving multiple pieces, future assets, and a whole lot of strategic maneuvering. Let's break down this proposed deal because it's a doozy. In this scenario, the Atlanta Hawks would receive Moses Moody, another promising young Warrior who has struggled for consistent minutes, along with a 2031 second-round pick and a 2032 second-round pick, both via Golden State. For the Hawks, this is about acquiring young, cost-controlled talent and future draft capital. The Miami Heat would be the destination for Jonathan Kuminga, who would be signed and traded on a substantial 4-year, $80 million contract. This is a significant investment, a clear statement of belief in Kuminga's potential to be a cornerstone piece for the Heat. Miami would also pick up Tracy Jackson-Davis, the Warriors' impressive young big man, adding depth and athleticism to their frontcourt. And what about the Golden State Warriors, the architects of this potential seismic shift? They would receive Andrew Wiggins, a familiar face, along with Pelle Larsson, a promising rookie, and Mo Gay. Crucially, they would also land a 2031 first-round pick, albeit top 8 protected. The return of Wiggins is the headline here. Sports Illustrated's rationale is compelling. Wiggins was only sent out in the Jimmy Butler deal because of the opportunity cost of bringing a player like Butler on board. If they were able to pair Curry with Wiggins, Butler, and Green, that gives the Warriors 3 capable defenders on the perimeter while also giving them a capable third option in a stacked Western Conference. The implication is clear. Wiggins, despite his recent struggles and the contract situation that led to his initial departure, is seen as a known quantity, a proven defender and scorer who fits the Warriors' championship blueprint. Larsson, the Swedish guard, is highlighted for his defensive versatility and cutting ability, suggesting he could seamlessly step into Moody's role. It's a move that prioritizes immediate defensive impact and a familiar offensive rhythm, seemingly at the expense of Kuminga's burgeoning potential. But here's where the plot thickens and the Warriors' peculiar predicament truly comes into focus. While Sports Illustrated is busy crafting elaborate trade scenarios, the reality of Kuminga's market value appears to be far more subdued. According to a recent report from The Athletic, there has been no significant interest in Kuminga over the past few days. Anthony Slater reported, "No significant traction on the Jonathan Kuminga front over the weekend, per sources. Restricted free agency around the NBA remains ice cold. Conversations and little action. Kings have been strongest pursuer of Warriors wing, but nothing has come close." This is a stark contrast to the blockbuster trade proposals floating around. If there's truly no significant market, if restricted free agency is ice cold, then one has to question the Warriors' strategy. Why wouldn't they just bring him back, especially if his trade value is so low? This lack of traction is telling, perhaps more so than any speculative trade proposal. The Golden State Warriors have received offers from teams around the league, including the Sacramento Kings, a division rival. But according to The Athletic, the Warriors balked at the idea of them landing Devin Carter, Dario Saric, and 2 second-round picks for Kuminga. Slater's report stated, "That gives them a level of leverage in a market devoid of significant cap space." They've drawn inbound calls in recent days, most notably from the Sacramento Kings, who floated an offer of Devin Carter, Dario Saric, and 2 second-round picks, league sources said. The Warriors have so far balked at what they felt was a buy low attempt, league sources said. This reveals a critical disconnect. The Warriors are reportedly interested in adding a first-round pick and a young player in return for Kuminga. But is that realistic? If the market is as cold as reported, and the Kings' offer, which includes a young player and draft picks, is considered a buy low attempt, then what exactly are the Warriors expecting? Kuminga is a young player with immense potential, but if the team doesn't fully trust him, if his role has been inconsistent, and if the coaching staff hasn't fully unlocked his capabilities, then his perceived value across the league might not match the Warriors' asking price. It's a classic case of a team overvaluing its own asset, perhaps due to the draft capital invested or the flashes of brilliance Kuminga has shown. The Warriors are in a strange position right now, and that's tough to deny. They are a team caught between two eras. On one hand, you have the aging, but still incredibly potent core of Stephen Curry, Klay Thompson, and Draymond Green. Players who have delivered multiple championships and cemented their legacies. On the other, you have a collection of young, talented players like Kuminga, Moody, and Jackson Davis, who represent the future. The challenge is integrating the two, fostering development while still competing for titles. The Kuminga situation highlights the difficulty of this balancing act. If you don't fully commit to developing your young talent, their trade value diminishes. If you demand a premium for them, but the league isn't willing to pay it, you end up in a stalemate. This isn't just about Kuminga. It's about the Warriors' organizational philosophy. Are they truly committed to building for the future, or are they simply trying to squeeze every last drop out of their current championship window, even if it means sacrificing long-term stability? The perceived lack of trust from Steve Kerr towards Kuminga is a recurring theme. While Kerr is a legendary coach, his reluctance to give Kuminga a consistent, expanded role has undoubtedly impacted the player's development and consequently his trade value. If a team's own coaching staff isn't fully invested in a player, why should other teams be? It's a perplexing situation that leaves fans wondering if the Warriors are truly making the best decisions for the franchise's longevity. So, what's the endgame here? Will the Warriors eventually lower their demands and find a suitable trade partner for Kuminga? Or will they be forced to bring him back, perhaps with a renewed commitment to integrating him into the rotation? The offseason still has a lot to play out, and there's plenty of time for things to shift. But the current state of affairs suggests a team at a crossroads, grappling with difficult decisions about its identity and its future. The Kuminga saga is more than just a trade rumor. It's a litmus test for the Warriors' strategic direction. Are they willing to adapt, or will they remain stubbornly committed to a path that might not serve them in the long run? What's your take, Warriors fans? Does this proposed trade excite you? Or does the lack of market interest for Kuminga fill you with dread? Do you believe the Warriors are right to hold out for a first-round pick, or are they overplaying their hand? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. Your passion fuels this channel, and we love hearing your unique perspectives on these high-stakes decisions. If you found this breakdown insightful, and you're as gripped by this perplexing offseason as we are, Please hit that like button and subscribe for more exclusive Warriors analysis. We'll see everyone later.